Hi, welcome back to On the Level Leadership. I am Tammy and I'm a career and leadership coach who's here to help you on this channel either become a much better leader or to coach yourself to success. Have you ever seen an offer for coaching that's free online and wondered to yourself, is that really worth it? Stay tuned because I'm going to discuss that in this video. Coaching can sometimes be offered free online. And I know that myself personally, I've always wondered, what is the catch? You know, the reality is there always is a bit of a catch when you're doing something for free. But there are things that you can consider when trying to figure out whether you want to take advantage of a free offer you've seen. I have some questions for you to ask yourself and maybe some benefits to consider as well. So coaches can at times provide pro bono or free work for a variety of reasons, some better than others. The first is it could be a part of their marketing strategy. And let's be honest, coaches are a business. We are all independent sole proprietors in many cases, or we have, coaching practices with many coaches involved in our businesses. And it is about trying to introduce the concept of coaching to as many people as possible so that we can eventually get clients out of it. If we're fully transparent, that's what this is about. However, there are times when coaches just want to be of service and provide pro bono work to either continue to grow their skills as coaches, which is part of the process. We're always growing, always improving, always trying to make ourselves better. Or alternatively, it could also be because we just want to give back to the community that we've been serving already by giving some free work to help people start to look at either idea generation, goal generation, to provide some accountability, to develop some action plans, et cetera, et cetera. So really, it's just about giving back and being of service, which is what we do. That said, though, if the first thing your coach does when they get on a free call with you is to start to sell you stuff, or you click on their free coaching offer and it brings you immediately to a webinar to sell more coaching to you when they haven't even expressed what coaching is and they haven't even given you an experience of coaching, to me, that's a little slimy. It's not something that I personally participate in. So when you click on my link down below, you're not going to be brought to an additional sales page. You're going to be brought to a sales page to take advantage of the free offer, because that's sort of the way I logistically get you into the program. But there is no further sales at this point. It's really just about having a conversation that hopefully is impactful and powerful for 90 minutes. And for 90 minutes, when you leave that call, you're either going to be a hell yes, I want to continue coaching, or you know what, not now, but this was really great. And you don't forget the conversation. That's really key. And the other piece too is, you want to be able to get out of that coaching session something tangible, either a shift in mindset, a different perspective, a tangible action plan, something that is transformative for you if you implement it in the longer term. So the first thing I would suggest that you do is to ask yourself a couple of key questions. The first being, am I already thinking about getting a coach? Am I already looking at making a major shift or taking a leap of faith or making a major change in my life? And if that's the case, then maybe taking advantage of this free offer might be a great way to start that process. Do I think that I'll be able to get something out of it? Like maybe I can get an action plan out of it so that I can sort of implement my own self-coaching, if you will, beyond that first session I've had. And ask yourself, are you looking for a kickstart to something new? Or maybe to help you problem solve something that's come up in your life? Or are you looking for something more longer term, right? Because if you're looking for something longer term, that free one-time offer may or may not be the right thing for you. Additionally, are you just looking for a sounding board or somebody to help be there for maybe an idea generation planning session of some sort? What kind of coaching does this coach offer? And is it something that aligns with what I want to do? So for example, if you're looking for a life change, then you're not going to want to take a free coaching offer from someone who offers business coaching, for example. Look at what that coach is offering you and whether or not that's something that aligns with what it is you're looking for. The other really big question for me is, do I know this coach, right? Is it somebody that I view as legitimate? Is it somebody that I trust, somebody that I have a relationship with? And it could be someone that you trust because you've watched their YouTube channel for a while and you see that their content is reasonable and you align with the thoughts and processes that that person talks about on their channel. You see that your values maybe mesh based on what you see on their channel and you've developed a level of trust that they may be legitimate. That's one way. Or do you legitimately know them? Wow, that's a lot of use of the word legitimate. Anyway, maybe you actually know this person in real life. And so having them as a coach is kind of a no-brainer. The other piece too is you have to ask yourself the question is, are you looking for a mentor or a coach? And there's a distinct difference between the two. I will eventually develop a video that really explains the difference between the two, but really short form, mentors are there to provide advice. Coaches are there to help you figure yourself out, right? And to figure out what the next steps are going to be. So all of the answers are within you generally. Coaches are there to help tease it out, maybe give you a different perspective, maybe offer you some resources, some tools to help you kind of keep growing. So are you looking for a coach or are you looking for a mentor? Because that can help really decide for you as to whether or not that free session is something you want to take advantage of. So I wanted to give you a few things to consider when you think, okay, maybe I want to click on this, is that one session with a coach, while can have some very powerful impacts in terms of perhaps a mindset shift, or maybe you'll have an aha moment, or maybe you'll come away with an action plan with some tangible steps that you can take to sort of push yourself forward. But it will not be necessarily life changing, because that happens over several sessions, months. Sometimes it can take years. So depending on what transformation you're looking to achieve, if it's something small, then a couple of sessions or even just your own self doing it over several weeks can make major changes. As anyone who's ever made any life changes like losing weight or quitting smoking or whatever, it's a day-by-day thing, right? And it takes several days, weeks, months in order for you to affect that change. It's no different with the coaching process, right? You don't just go into one free session and come away completely changed and your life is completely altered. You may have a transformative thought, and if you're really lucky, the session was super powerful for you. But at the end of the day, when you walk away from a session with a coach, there's a few sort of wow things that should come to mind, right? You should be away going, wow, that gave me great perspective. Or, wow, I really think I can actually do this. Or, wow, maybe coaching is a good idea and I should consider this in the future, if not now. In the words of Rich Litvin, who is the author of The Prosperous Coach, when asked post-session whether you should proceed with the coaching contract, again, I'm going to repeat this, you should be a hell yes or a hell no. Either way, that coaching session should decide for you whether coaching is right for you, whether this is something you want to proceed with, whether you want to invest in yourself with a coach. And to be honest, you're doing yourself and the coach a favor by having that hell yes, hell no response. Because at the end of the day, if you are hesitant, the coach will tell you, you know what, sounds like you're a hell no right now, but you know what, we had a great session. When you're ready to come back, if ever you're ready to come back, I'm here. There should be no pressure. There should be no sales at the end of it. You can be offered something additional to support you in your transformation, but it's an offer. It's not something that you're obligated to participate in. There's no high pressure of any kind. In fact, the coaching session itself should be free of that for the most part. You know, you could be, maybe at the end of the coaching session, the coach may mention to you something like to the effect of, you know what, if you want to keep going with me on this, if you think this is a great idea, I have an offer that's going to come to you and you can take advantage of that. And how about this? How about we touch base in a week's time just to see sort of how you're doing on your action plan? There may be a follow-up call to that 2-hour session or that hour-and-a-half session, and that's perfectly okay too. And you can say, no, you know what? I got all I needed from this. I'm walking away. Or you can say, you know what, I am going to take another hour of your time because I think I can flesh this out more. And I'm going to take advantage of this free service you're giving me. And you may decide at the end that you want to continue with that coach, or you may not decide you want to continue because you're not ready or you don't have the money or you just don't want to continue. You want to do this on your own, which is fine. When you're going through a free coaching set, there should be no pressure for you to buy anything during the session. It should all be about you and the transformation and the change that you're looking to make. And the focus should be on you as the client, right? So again, if you click on my link down below, there's no pressure sales here. You are just being offered time with me so you can flesh out an idea, to go through the obstacles, to figure out what your plan is, to look at how you're going to mitigate those issues, and really start to formulate for yourself an action plan for how you want to proceed with this change you're trying to make or want to make, or this problem you're trying to solve, right? So the final thought I'm going to say around a cautionary thing is that coaching that is free may not necessarily be great coaching. Now, I am biased myself because as a coach that has a free offer on the table, I feel like it's a great experience for people to take advantage of this. However, you do have to keep in mind that free coaching is, you get what you pay for, right? And if somebody's offering free coaching, you may not have the best experience in that free coaching. It depends. What I would suggest is you go in there open-minded, do the work that the coach asks you to do before you go to the session. So if there's a worksheet or if there's some kind of like pre-call form that coach has put together for you, go ahead and complete it so that you can go in fully prepared to talk about the issue you want to bring to the table. So keep that in mind when you're booking the time. Like, is it an hour and a half that you think to yourself, man, that hour and a half I'm never going to get back? Well, that's a potential risk. But what if you do an hour and a half of coaching and you come away thinking, even if it's just a boost of confidence, that you come away thinking, man, I think I can do this. I think I can make this change. It might be just enough for you to actually start taking steps, measured steps towards your future success. I think that if you're committed to change, then taking advantage of a free offer might actually be of benefit to you. And so you may want to consider actually taking advantage of that. So if you're interested in seeing what free coaching is like I said, I've got a link down below. It is time limited though, because I want to take time off over the Christmas holiday season. So, because I celebrate Christmas. And so after December 20th, I'm offline for 2.5 weeks. And it is also limited in terms of space. I have limited space from now till December 20th to do this. So if you think you might be interested in taking advantage of a free 90-minute offer, please take me up on it. It would be awesome to have you. I'd love to talk to you about, see what it is that you're trying to achieve or what goal you're trying to work towards. And we can sort of start hammering that out together. Hopefully this video helps you decide either way. Whatever your decision is, good luck. And I hope that whatever you're trying to achieve in your life, you are successful at accomplishing your goals. And if you keep watching this channel, I am here every week. So you can subscribe if this is something you're interested in terms of content. And maybe the stuff that I offer on here will help you make your own decisions, and you can maybe self-coach if that's something you're into. So thanks for watching On the Level Leadership. Signing off for this week. I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.